Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I am Rockin Robbie Billups, and today it is time for Robbie Rants. We will be talking about the best Daredevil comic books. Alright, best Daredevil comic books. Now, I'm not talking about single issues, I'm going to be basically talking about runs, but basically writers and artists. Daredevil Season 2, it's finally here. Punisher, Elektra. Season 1 was awesome, Season 2, I hope it's going to be great. Can't wait to see it. But if you want to get some Daredevil comic book reading done, these are some, in my opinion, some of the absolute best Daredevil comic book runs. First of all, you gotta go with the grandfather, the godfather of Daredevil. That would be Frank Miller. Frank Miller's Daredevil work is actually really, really good. Now, I'm not a big fan of some of Frank Miller's later work. Whatever you think about all of his other stuff, Daredevil is very solid. He started this run back in the 80s. He was just the artist. The writing is alright, but he became the sole writer. He introduced Elektra, brought Bullseye and Kingpin into the mythology of Daredevil. Very hardcore. Fantastic run. Came back later on with David Mazzucchelli and did Born Again. Considered one of the absolute greatest Daredevil stories of all time. Then he did his own Daredevil origin story, Man Without Fear, with John Romita Jr. in the early 90s. That book is excellent and a great place to start reading Daredevil. There's not too much that really significant outside of the Miller run until 1998, Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith comes on the scene with Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti, Marvel Knights, flagship book. Daredevil relaunches with the new #1. The story Guardian Devil is actually really, really good. I'm not a huge fan of Kevin Smith's other comic book work, aside from maybe Clerks when I was younger. But his Daredevil story, the initial one, is really, really good. Right afterwards, David Mack comes in as the writer, with Joe Quesada still on the art, as well as David Mack. And one of my personal favorite Daredevil stories would be Parts of a Whole. It introduces Maya Lopez, who we know better as Echo. An excellent character, really good book that really touches me. A lot of people like Elektra and think that she is the one for Matt Murdock, who is Daredevil. And yeah, Elektra's very, very important, but I love the story that he had with Echo. That's probably one of my favorite Daredevil stories of all time. A little bit after that, Brian Michael Bendis comes in with Alex and Lee and does a fantastic run. Right before he did a little short story called Wake Up with David Mack that's really good, but his run with Alex and Lee is a fantastic Daredevil run. It harkens back to a lot of the Miller stuff. In the story, basically, Daredevil gets outed. His identity goes public. And the ramifications of that and how it all works out is something I really, really like. It's a fun book to read. It's very gritty, very crime fiction, dark, noirish. Ed Brubaker and Michael Ark had a really good follow-up to the Bendis run, and then Shadowland happened, and Shadowland's best left forgotten, but it brought us the Mark Waid run. A more positive, upbeat approach to Daredevil with some fantastic graphic artists, including Chris Samnee, a fantastic artist in the industry right now. Currently, these two guys are doing Black Widow. Check out that comic book. But their Daredevil run is fantastic and is one of the best of the character's history. Alright, like I said, read some of these books. Recommended reading order down below. That's right, Rockin Robbie's recommended reading order of Daredevil. Down below, check it out. Please comment. Let me know what your favorite Daredevil stories are. What did I miss? What did I put on my list that should have not been on my list? What do you think? Let me know. Let's get the conversation going down below. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and share, and be sure to subscribe. And check us out at popculturephilosophers.com for podcasts and more. And be on the lookout for the next Robbie Rants, where we will be talking about the best Punisher comic books. Catch you next time. Thanks for rocking with us.